Hey there, folks. Today is Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. And we're updating you today on our option call from prior days and some small caps. Remember, trading in the stock market is extremely risky. You could lose your money. Consult with a financial professional before making any decisions. So today we started out early. We were down about $11. Then in the afternoon, we went back in. We were down 26, but we actually recovered. And this is on small caps. We had to play small caps. Our efficiency is 50-50 on 8 trades. However, this is offset by the option trade. Like and subscribe, comments, questions below. Thank you very much. So here are the 8 trades. And like I said, they're offset by the NVDA option call there, but you can see the last 2 trades there on CIGL. Lost 18 on the first one with 100 shares, and then made 30 with 200 shares as it was trying to squeeze up. So here are the trades on CIGL. So CIGL was moving in the morning, but our concentration was obviously on the option call for NVIDIA, and we're looking at another stock, OKLO, as well. But so there wasn't much interest in the small caps, and there was only a few stocks that I showed interest in, and I took some trades, but they didn't really matter. And on those, we lost about $11, but they were small trades. On TSHA, we lost, looks like 4.9, about $10. IVDA, we made 2. On TSHA, we made 2 also. And that was the extent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small cap trades in the morning, and then the 2 CIGL. So this one was moving up, and I thought, yeah, I went in awfully high, but one of the interesting things is once you get a little ahead and you've got a little cushion, you think, well, you know what, $18 is not that much. And even though I see the MACDs curling, so going down, going for liquidity, but it's a trap, a little bear trap. Starts going up, and then we say, you know what, this thing's probably going to go, and I've got a red line there, and that's what I was hoping for. Go over that red line. There was a clear path to all the way to I forget what it was, but it was about 5, and there's another red line up above. So that's what I was hoping for. The MACDs here, though, are sort of pointing downwards, but we still throw our order out there. And the trades I took today in the early morning, and even these 2, are practice runs. This is what the market is. The large caps are moving very well. The mid caps are doing so. And we actually had some good, a couple of good stocks move up today. BTTC moved up from a little over $5 all the way to 39. BQ moved from 10 or 11 all the way up to 17. So there's bullish movement, but it is in the higher stocks, not in the low-end stocks. Nothing below $5 is what I mean by that. So we waited a little longer. We put in an order again because we didn't get filled. We're sort of skeptical here because the Zurich MACD down at the bottom was closing up, but our Sunday momentum oscillator was saying very bullish, and this looked like a good reclaim. And typically, I don't know what it's doing now, but We were down a little bit, but we needed to hold it. Yeah, it's holding over $5 right now, 505, and it's 12:25. So we got half an hour to the close. We're on Pacific time. Reminder for everyone. And it's at 5:11, 5:06, and it looks like it wants to reach the higher days that it did in pre-market. So here we see it starts moving up, and we're looking to flat get out, but it looks like it's holding. I was thinking of just selling half, but I said, no, you know what? I want to go for the whole lot. So we sell, and we made $30, over $30 on this, because we were down 18 plus 11. And that was the small caps. I'm not going to share the other rates, the other ones with you. Here are the sell and buy on the option. So we sold, we bought at 560. We tried to sell at 830 this morning, didn't take, and then we sold at 790. Incidentally, on the sell at 790, we got a 13-cent price improvement for $262.84. And we sold up there in the second bar somewhere around 273 to 193, 190.73 was the stock price, or right there, 190.72 when we sold. And we were helped out. I think the Asian markets moved that up a little bit, and and so did the European markets this morning. What you can see here is the yellow line is where we bought, and the green is where we sold. So it's about almost a $3 improvement, only 1.5, a little bit over 1.5%. It isn't much, but it was enough to get us the win. Now, these things, I think, on options happen, and I see why people use options, because you can make quite a bit of money. Imagine this was only one contract for 100 shares. Imagine you've got 10 contracts for 1,000 shares. You can multiply that 262 by 100 times, and you make what, $2,600, and your cash outlay is only about $5,600 because we paid $560. Is it? Oh no, a lot more than that. Sorry, my math's off. Or is it? See, we paid $560 times 1,000. It's $5,600, and we made 262. So that would be $2,600 return. So this is what we see NVDA at now. Yeah, it's trending down, but it looks like it has a move up to the top. We see support at 185, resistance at 191. That's the new channel. For the future, we're looking at 194 and 197, but I think it's going to play between 185 and 191 until prior to earnings, which is November 19th. So when these options work, when there is momentum, and when it's a bullish market or bullish stocks, and the Nasdaq tech stocks are heavily favored today, and given the recent news. So if there's another news catalyst coming up for NVIDIA, then we'll see what happens. Otherwise, we'll have to wait until about the third week of October. And this is where it's at now. And you can see that I sold right off 634 off the open, off of the highest. And had I waited, there would have been an opportunity. My earnings would have been cut, and my winnings would have been cut in half if I'd be selling at 188.91. The break-even price was 188.10. So I would have been in the money. I was still in the money at that level, but you never know. And it's still a 189.18 right now as of 12:30 p.m. West Coast time, and that would have been $1. So that would have been a $100 win as opposed to 262. So options are extremely risky. One thing I was worried about is when you go to sell in Thinkorswim, and I don't know about other platforms, they give you a warning. Oh, when you sell this, blah, 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 and you could carry maximum risk, this is what you could lose. Well, I went ahead and sold it, and there's no attachment. So there's no risk of you losing money. You're not selling it to anybody. You're not beholden to the option. I included OKLO here, and I don't know if you guys have seen it. You guys can't see my watch list, but my watch list includes the SPY, NVIDIA, the VIX, OKLO, and Apple. And I use those as market indicators. And OKLO has something to do with nuclear energy, I believe. And they had news today. And about a week ago, they were below 100, or maybe 2 weeks ago, and they flew up all the way to 133, and then they got hit and got knocked down all the way to 100. So on earlier this week, or yesterday, I think it was at 111, and I was thinking about jumping in, but I didn't. I didn't know there was going to be a catalyst today. Had I known, it would have been a $10, $12 win there. And here, while I'm watching the chart, I'm also looking on the other screen, and I'm looking at the option cells. And what I saw was, it's obviously at 124. I looked at the 120 strike price was at $6.75 at that time. So it was 7:54 a.m. Pacific. And when I last checked it, somewhere about an hour and a half ago, it was somewhere over 975. So that would have been a nice $3 win times 100 would have been $300. The expiry date was tomorrow. So you get in, you buy, you hold, and you make $300. So now I see what the attraction is to this, because you can make $200, $300 off of one trade in one day in just a few hours, especially if there's a catalyst or if there's a stock that's moving up. And as compared to the small caps, I mean, take a look at the losing days that I've had. Let's say there's a stock that's moving up and it's $1. You think big, you go in with 600 shares. That's about $600 worth. And then it might move up or it may not move up. You may lose, may move up 10 cents, and or it may not. Highly risky, right? Suspect. With the option trade that I took on NVIDIA, I only put up $560 worth of capital, and I gave back $262. This is because NVIDIA was going up, and I took advantage of the momentum that NVIDIA had going up. That's not always going to be the case, and I have to do more research, and you should also do more research if you're taking a look at options, because they require a lot of research. I mean, I spent hours looking at different stocks, and it's unclear, very unclear. You have to worry about lots of things. Here, you have to worry about technicals, and you have to worry about financials, profiles, etc. With news, there's a lot more that goes into looking at stocks. I think the biggest ones that are big movers would be probably Tesla and NVIDIA. I'm sorry, and those two, because we know they're going to move. They're movers and they have momentum. So the thing would be to either get a call moving up, bullish, or create a put to the downside, and then they're nice wins for a small amount of capital. So instead of outlaying $2,000 on a 2K account on the small stocks and making $62, $100, losing $7, losing $20, losing $50, making $50. The options, if you can get them, are going to get you a lot better. So we're going to continue to look at options while small caps don't give us the moves, but we'll have to wait and see. Here we go back to NVIDIA, and it's now almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and you can see that nice waterfall. And so we did the right thing. We stayed up. We got on at 4 a.m. We waited for 6:30. 6:30 came. It jumped higher. We sold. We made money, and we got out. And so this option called work for us. And the next one may not. So beware. Hopefully you guys had better luck on small caps than I did. And to end the video here, we're looking at what Oklo is now. Look at that, 128. So had I taken the 120 strike price to 128, that would have been another $280 or something like that. That would have been a real nice. It is now going down, Oklo. So I wouldn't expect it to go back up again until the next, it has a next catalyst. You can obviously see the volume there. It's not gonna grow unless there's something real big in the market. Anyway, happy trading, everybody. And thanks for watching. Leave your comments, questions below.